Wednesday.
Yeah, what's the 23rd?
23rd. Thursday last week there was a boat that came through the United States of America from California. It's one of those big cargo boats, and it made its way to American Samoa, Bungo, our neighbor. And then the last port came here to Apia. From that boat, there's some cargo that was offloaded, and this is what we got from that cargo boat. So we got seized these 2 containers here. We've got canines, these dogs. They're drug-sniffing dogs. And we also had some information that led us to believe that there might be some narcotics on board and in these containers here. I'd just like to also introduce the Customs CEO, Avalisa. She's the one that spearheaded this operation. We're here at Customs office, by the way. And they did a wonderful job that recovered methamphetamine and also some cannabis or marijuana. As you see back here, these things were hidden in these containers that were brought into our shores. We found, and we've already tested, preliminary tests indicates that it is methamphetamine, ISA, and also it's cannabis also from California. And these are the high-powered ones, not the ones that we find here locally. These are specifically engineered and it has better quality. These are buds, not leaves. These are the real stuff here now. And these are very, very potent. They're laced with other materials too, from my understanding. And that's why it has different effects from the ones that we have in Samoa. Costs a lot of money and is very, very dangerous. This is not the first time now. Last week we also busted a shipment that came in from Brisbane. So it's starting to be a trend. And the Samoan police, along with Customs, will not tolerate this kind of behavior and this kind of activity coming into our borders, and we will be vigilant. And we use whatever resources that we have to protect our borders, even under the SOE and the COVID and the border closures and everything. We'll still be very vigilant. So we're recovering 574 grams of methamphetamine, which equates to about 574,000 tala. We've also got 2,000 plus grams of this type of marijuana, which equates to about 50,000 tala. That's been snuck here today. What's interesting about this find, it was brought in these 2 containers here. And if you look at the containers, they've got all kinds of different effects in here. A lot of chips. These things were hidden in these containers here. So without the assistance from the canine, our dogs, we would not have been able to recover. There are other things in the works right now. We're getting a X-ray machine that will see through this and make our job a whole lot easier. Now, just to go back here to the exhibits that we have here, this is methamphetamine. This is ISA over here that's already been tested using our preliminary testing machines, and it's come out to be methamphetamine, and it will still have to be. I need somebody to lift it up. This is ISA. ISA. It's in Samoa. If you know what it is. This is also what ISA looks like. ISA. And this has got nothing positive about this stuff here. This really, it was hidden inside the cereal box. These ones here. It came from California, and we know the city in California where these came from. So naturally, we're going to do our little homework. We'll go back and see where it actually originated from, but we've got addresses. The next one over here, it came in this game box here. This is a washing powder. And in that had this little container, and that was tested. It came out to be cannabis marijuana. TNC, this is the buds. These are the real ones. Look at And then in here, hidden, was the powder. You actually have the powder in there, so they squeeze this in there to hide the marijuana in this canister, thinking the dog will not pick it up. The dog picked it up. Moving over here, we found this container, all in here, hidden in this mess over here, was that chips. And in there, you had more marijuana. In that one there, we found those 2 cans there. It was mason jars full of marijuana as well. And of course, the powder there, we already tested these powders. It came out to be washing powder. Over there, as you can see, so those are the cans that came out of that game powder, washing powder. And we have our own little way of detecting what should be in there, what should not be in there too. We don't have the X-ray machine, but we have our own ways to check it out. And I won't share that today. In that game powder box, there's powder as well, but inside, hidden on the bottom, wrapped up really tightly, was this marijuana, cannabis again. And that's the same thing with over here, with that small old washing powder again, and that other washing powder. With SOE, border closures, we're protecting our people and everything. Samoa Police, Customs will never rest. We'll continue to do our jobs here, among many other things. And I would just like to thank Customs for being so alert and being proactive that they found these things here. And all this will be relinquished over to the police, and the police will continue to do the investigation forward from now on. If we have to do, we've already got names. We have some suspects in mind. There may be some search warrants coming. There may be some arrests. But right now, we do not have an arrest. No arrest right now. Main thing, these things are off the street, because this is what's very dangerous. These people drink and they drive and they drink and they smoke this stuff, and they also snort that methamphetamine or injected, or take it through the nose, or ingest it some other way, and it makes our lives very, very dangerous. So put it all together again, the cost of methamphetamine street value right now that we've stopped, it's about 574,000 tala and about 50,000 tala on this marijuana street value. So you do the math if you want to add the two. So we'll continue. We'll continue to look at these ships that are coming into Samoa. We're analyzing where it may be coming from, because now we're finding out that we're getting cannabis from Australia, and there might be some from New Zealand as well. So we're not gonna just look at America, United States. We're gonna look at everything that comes into Samoa. I don't know, maybe this is a test case, or maybe it's been coming into Samoa all these years, or there's an increase right now, or what. But we're working together with the PTCCC, the TCUs, with our other external partners, regional partners, Fiji, New Zealand, Panama as well as too, and then our internal partners, the Attorney General's Office, all the border agencies as well, immigration, port, and over at the airport as well. And essentially, that's it. Is it facility? Yes.
Nena ki fa ko pontu la mai le fa mtala mai ta fio ko ni sina ya ko fa ni ti fi ni fa tsa le ni ni fa tsele ka tsino mtala mai lua o se fia I o le effort le ma le K9 unit to join effort ya fa tsa ye fo I team ya I o lo tsa ye fo I ele vai ma fo I ale bora e me se fo I vai ma le K9 le leo I o lo fa pena mo ele le tsa o le. This is a big hit for customs and police. Yeah, before 12 months, it's just to get out there. If I can drugs, yeah, is the lava, yeah, the cocaine, or the ISA, yeah, today for discovery of mobile customs here. If I've been for the K9, if I've been some way, Fuaivailili, yeah, today, there was a baby, must allow them to go. It's a million, it's a name, yeah. So, Lawyer to Fapoato, or after Tyler, it's in so many law. Yeah, Mr. Lava Border, you have a lot of Manbera, Fapitone, or Fatino, Moene operation. Yeah, almost a fear, you're a father of Gary and Manbera. titane ale officer duty noi ele tatanua ia o apenao na e toi continue lava le mai o mea nei o mi pesa nei mea o mo foi ia ai o la anga tu lava le ele tinga joint K9 a unit le mato ma polisia ele ni tu langa le apenao na ona mampu kuia le tatu no ia menei ia ola fasaina ia pero tu fa popoto na ile sanua fia me tai au ne ia oli ia fa no lava